Hello auxiliaries, my name is Charlie and I've been asked to talk a little bit about my experience as an auxiliar way back in 2007. I was assigned to a small pueblo south of Cordoba, and at first I didn't know what to make of that, but in the end it was the most unforgettable experience of my life. Why? Well, to put it simply, I felt like part of the pueblo. I was not just another American, just another tourist. I was the American. And they welcomed me with open arms. I had not been there for a day before I was invited to a big Spanish wedding. I had not been there 2 weeks before I was invited to a paella out in the country. It seems like every other day I was invited to a big Andalusian lunch with one colleague's family or another. Unforgettable stuff, completely integrated into the pueblo, part of the family. I was able to visit cities on the weekends, and in the end I'm glad that I did it that way, that I lived in the pueblo and visited the cities as opposed to the other way around. If you live in Cordoba, Sevilla, or Granada, you're guaranteed to be hanging out with a lot of people a lot like you, speaking a lot of English, doing things that you could just as easily do back home. So if you want an authentic experience, if you want to really get to know Spain, Andalusia, I would encourage you to consider a pueblo. They will appreciate you. Gosh almighty, it seems like every other day I was getting some gift, homemade sherry, bags of fresh picked oranges, all kinds of stuff, homemade quince jelly. And on a purely practical note, a pueblo is much more affordable. As you know, the salary is modest. It's reasonable for the few hours that you have to work. But in a city, you're going to have to find other work to supplement that, just to pay the bills. In a pueblo, not so much. I'm a writer, and I was hoping to have time to write, and I did. It was enough. The modest salary was enough to get by in a pueblo. Everything is affordable there. I remember going to the produce stand and getting a week's worth of produce for about 10 euros. In that pueblo, tapas are still included with drinks, so for the price of a couple of beers, I'd had dinner as well. So my point is, don't just write off the pueblos. That's where the real Spain, the real Andalusia is. That's where you're going to really improve your Spanish. That's where you're going to make connections, friends that will last a lifetime. I enjoyed my experience so much I renewed twice the maximum amount of times, and I was there in that pueblo for 3 years. 10 years later, I'm still in Andalusia. I met my wife in the pueblo, and here I am. That's how much I liked it and how good a time I had. Even if you don't plan on staying in Spain, think about a pueblo. That's gonna be an unforgettable experience, I guarantee you. All right, bienvenido, que disfrute. Bye.